Hello guys, welcome again to another edition of your everyday computer software tips and tricks. Today I'll be showing you how to create an animated GIF in Adobe Photoshop. So let's just get started. So this is what we'll be creating today. It's just like an animated GIF, a short animation to maybe show a discount that we are offering for our business. So it's just something that we can post on our social media pages, and all this was done in Photoshop. So I'm going to show you how you go about creating a very simple but short animation, just like you see on your screens right now. Okay, so I've opened a fresh document in Adobe Photoshop, and this is the vegetable vector file that I downloaded from a free website where you can get vector files for free. I'll just leave a link in the description below in case you want to download it and follow along in this tutorial. So what we are going to do is we are going to select each of the vegetables separately and put them on a different layer. So to do that, we come to the lasso tool on the toolbar section in the left hand side corner and just draw a path around the first one. That's the cucumber we see right there. Before you can cut this out, you need to make sure that that image is selected. Right click on it and then just do layer via cut. So you just cut that section and then just put it on a different layer for us. So we are going to do this for most of the vegetables, or for a number of the vegetables we want to select out of the image we see right here. So that's what I'm going to do. So as you can see now, we are done with cutting almost the first 7 vegetables we see in here. You can pick any of them that you want. So we placed each of them in a different layer down here. So once you are done with this, you can go ahead and delete the image itself so that you are just left with the ones that we took out of the image. So once you are done cutting all of them into the separate layers in here, we need to come up here and then we can select each of the vegetables and move them individually into their respective positions that we want them to be in. So once you are done placing all the vegetables in here, you just need to put our text above the empty space here. So just come to the text tool, select on the T, the text tool, just drag a rectangle at the top, and we need to type fresh fruits here. I think the sizes are too big. We just reduce the size up here. Make sure the bounding boxes are covering it nicely. So fresh fruits, and then below it you have 20% off. Make sure it's neatly aligned. And then this much. Just reduce the text, the font size, so that it fits right underneath the 20% off. So after we are done with this, you just need to go ahead and create a square bounding box around the whole thing. So it's white, so we need the stroke to be dashed, so but we don't want any fill color in here. So you can come up here to the fill color, disable and say none, the fill color should be none. come to the stroke and then select any green color you find in here. And then we want the stroke to be a dash stroke, so you come to this section and click on the dark stroke and change the size of the stroke to about 5. Yes. So there you have it. So this is what we have now, and now it's time to get to animate all of this. Alright, so let's animate our text and our images. First of all, we go to Windows, come down here to Timeline, and then you see the timeline window pop up just below our workspace. So we want to create video timeline, so just click on that. In there you see two options. Select create video timeline, so it will show all our layers which have been converted into frames in a timeline over here. So we just need to animate them here and the magic will start. We'll see the magic happen right now. So this is what we have. So from layer 1 to layer 8 are vegetables, and then the text and the triangle, the square, the bounding square is what we have around here. So just click and select all of them, select the fresh fruits, select the rectangle, click, drag them to the right, and then drag the rest of the layers also to the right. So this is a white background, which is layer 0. Now layer 0 will always be there, so that's the first thing in there. And then we bring in layer 1. So layer 1 appears, then layer 2 will follow. So just keep dragging them in terms of how we want them to appear. Let's just play back and see. I think this is fine. So after our vegetables, our background, our vegetables have come in, and then we need our fresh fruits to also come in. So fresh fruits, 20% off. This much, the abandoned rectangle or square will come in. So let's just zoom out on the artboard. So let's see how our animation plays out. Okay, so as you can see, our background is cutting off too early, so we need to drag all these sections towards the end because we want them to appear till the end. Otherwise you have them disappearing after some time. So we just drag all of them to the end. There you have it. Now let's do a playback. Okay, perfect. So this is how now our GIF is taking shape. So what we need to do is now we want the fresh fruits to drop from the top into the image. So what we'll do is we'll go to where fresh fruits is, come here, just click on the drop down icon in here, and where it says transform, let's just put in a keyframe in here. So this is when you want the fresh fruits to come in. Then from here, we want it to come from the top. So we need to select it and then move and drag, click on Shift and push it to the top out of the artboard. Now when we do a playback on it, you see it drops in slowly from the top. If you want your other text to also drop in that way, you can also do it, but it seems it's a little bit too slow, so we just need to bring the keyframes towards each other so it'll be a little faster. But let's just bring it closer to when the fresh fruits come into are displayed on the screen so that you get to see the animation before the 20% comes in. Let's just drag the 20% a little way back, much towards the end, and then the rectangle to the back, and this is what we get. Great. So we're almost done with our GIF image. So if we do a final playback, this is what we'll be getting. Great. So we just play back right until the end, and then we'll start all over again. So yeah, this is how we animate our GIF in Adobe Photoshop. So once we are done with this, all we need to do is export what we've done to get our GIF image. So to export everything, you come to File, come here to Export, come to Save for Web, because GIFs are normally for web use. Just click on that. And make sure your selection here is on GIF, not on PNG or JPEG, GIF. And then once you are, we just keep the default settings as it is, and then say Save. So you just select, rename it to whatever name you want, Fresh Fruits GIF, and then we can save it on any place that we want to save it to. Once we are done, you can just go back to where we have our GIF Fresh Fruits and just do a playback and see how it shows up. Great. So this is how you do a GIF, or you create a GIF in Adobe Photoshop. There are so many other options in there for you that you can experiment with, but then I just wanted to show you the basics of how to create a simple GIF in Adobe Photoshop. So this is how you create a GIF in Adobe Photoshop. If you enjoyed the tutorial, please don't forget to subscribe to my channel and like the video. And also don't forget that you can also hit the notification bell so that you don't miss any video updates that I have for you in the near future. So thank you very much for joining me once again. Stay strong and stay safe.